Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. This is not bug nice, unfortunately.
What?
Oh my goodness! What a shock! What a surprise! Not
the
bug nice.
switcheroo.
I know. Whoa! Holy cow! This is not bug nice. This is actually Pon Cheesy, aka Ponchesi. We're coming at you with episode 71 of the A.C.B.A. podcast. I'm joined by Rick Dom and the man himself, Fabio. How's it going, everybody? What's good?
What is up, Poncho? Rick?
What's going on?
Fabio Poncho.
What's up? So, for the keen-eyed, you will notice that the layout's a little bit different this week. This is, I guess, the test run of how the podcast will be looking for moving forward. A little bit of a facelift. Hopefully everybody likes it. I hope everybody enjoyed kind of like that kind of period where we let you guys filter in and everybody get in on time. That way you start hearing the podcast as soon as we start. You're not coming in, halfway through our local pickups. And with that said, let's head right into local pickups. Fabio, what'd you get?
Oh, I'm kicking it off. All right.
Hell yeah.
You know what? I just started a new gig and another regular job. So I've had kind of a decent haul come in as a result. I got that new NECA Pennywise.
Whoa.
Fabio's good.
What? That's a funny point, actually, because you would think it's not that expensive. I think they actually jacked the price up on it a little bit. It isn't Ultimate, but it's not like $27. I don't know how they went from like 25, 24, maybe 23 for Ultimates to 27.
So now it's 27 for sure, correct?
Yeah, something like that.
$10 shipping.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's $40.
No Toys R Us, where I used to get all my NECA stuff, I had to get it from their eBay. And yeah, that shipping, even though their warehouse is right here in town, I still have to pay full price shipping when I know for a fact it's free priority shipping
Oh my
anywhere
god.
inside California. Hang on, that's my dog barking.
Perfect.
On top of that, I also got the Predator Bone Throne, which I'm just in the middle of setting up, actually. The Clan Leader Throne, as it's called.
Old boner throner.
Yeah, that's where the Predator takes his dates, the old Bone Throne.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, in case any she-predators come around looking cute.
She
nice.
predators.
I'm really
They
into
exist.
sheep threads right
They
now.
exist.
She preds. Big she pred head.
It's a really nice piece. It's pretty much like a full solid resin piece with some solid or some soft plastic fins that plug into the back. It's got all these cool bones carved into it. Looks nice with pretty much any of the larger predators, any of your elders, AVP elder. I'm gonna put my clan leader in it because it's called the Clan Leader Throne. Kenner clan leader's going in there. He's gonna be surrounded by all his goons. It's gonna be awesome.
Not of the clue variety.
Nope.
Goon it up.
So those are nice. What else? Pretty much it, actually, to be honest. Just some odds and ends like Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 2, Henrietta, because I just needed it to finish off the collection. And yeah, I believe that's it. I did pre-order something, and it's a big one, but we're going to get to that because it's one of our topics tonight.
That's
Wow.
what I'm talking about. The
It's a-
professionalism.
It's
That's
a
right.
biggie.
So Rick, let's pass it off to you. Have you had a fruitful week?
Believe it or not, wow, what a shocker this is going to be. I bought an NECA figure.
Oh my god.
It is not what you'd imagine. I do want to buy that Pennywise, but I'm just like, man, just thinking about paying $40 for a NECA figure makes me want to punch myself in the face.
Yeah, and I'll be the first to admit, honestly, it's not worth a $40 figure. So there's a few little issues with it that I think could have been better.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping I find like someone that wants one and that I can buy multiple and save on because it's like
Let me say this: it's one of those figures that would have benefited from being on toy shelves, so you can pick out which is the best paint apps and which one looks nicest and all that stuff. Because
yeah.
getting it blind box style from eBay, not the best.
Jesus. Come on, Randy, get it together. I got everyone's favorite NECA figure, Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, that's right. I saw that up on eBay as well, but I did not get it.
That figure is actually not that bad. I was expecting something terrible, but I was literally out hunting all day, and my last stop was a GameStop, and they had like 5 of them there. And so I got to pick the one with the best paint. And I was like, well, fuck, like, I've been fucking driving all day. I didn't find anything. Like, I may as well just pick this up. I like Crash Bandicoot. Figure doesn't look terrible. The sculpt looked perfectly fine. And it was actually pretty good. I'm surprised that the range of motion in the head and on like the ab area. The legs leave something to be desired, but
Are the knees articulated on that?
yeah, they're just really hindered. But they are. There's absolutely a pin joint there. So
It goes under the shorts there. Is it a single joint?
yeah, single joint right under the shorts.
Is
And
it swivel there too?
yeah, there's a swivel there. There's also an ankle rocker semi kind of, and the foot goes up and down. I don't know. I really like the waist and up. I love that the eyebrows are posable. That's like so awesome. Such an expressive character. So, I don't know. I didn't think it was that bad. Some people are like, man, the figure's trash. And I don't know, man.
First look really nice.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good for $20. I can't complain. I can't say that I'm mad at my purchase. I also got 3 Doc Ocks from Hasbro Toy Shop.
Nice, Jesus.
I'm a total idiot. I didn't.
That's where they all went.
Fucking somebody shared that they went up on Hasbro Toy Shop, and I was like, awesome, Doc Ock, and I bought 3 Doc Ocks, and I was like, well, awesome. I bought 3 because I wanted 2 of them to be fat Hydra goons.
That's a good call.
That's a great call.
Hydra scientists, hell yeah.
Exactly, and I'd bought in the 3 Doc Ocks, and I was just sitting back like, yep, I got it all figured out. And then somebody in the post that posted that they went up reminded me like, yeah, I got Cloak and Dagger, and I was like, fuck, the rest of the wave, shit. And then when I went back to buy the rest of the wave, they all sold out. So I'm a fucking total idiot. And,
man.
What is crazy though? I'm sure you guys already saw the pictures that if you have an extra Old Man Logan to throw the jacket onto Doc Ock, it fits perfectly. Doesn't hinder the articulation by much at all.
That's the Mezco Old Man Logan, correct?
Yeah, the fit of the jacket is really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be sad having to rip up one of these jackets, but I'm gonna take my time to do it because I'm not very confident in my skills in cutting those holes in the back.
You know what? Thankfully, there's a little more competition in the soft goods market right now, so you don't really have to pay quite as much as some of the more premium guys for a jacket that you can just tear apart to have the Doc Ock with his jacket and his tentacles coming out.
Nice.
There's GPS slot on eBay. He's got some solid stuff. There's this new guy on the scene called Eric who, I believe he does do a brown trench coat, and I think he charges about $40 for it, maybe 30. It looks like pretty good stuff. So definitely a lot of options out there. Worst case scenario, if you got an old Gambit lying around, I wonder how that jacket would fit. I'm waiting to get my Doc Ock in so I could try that out.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. There's even like a leathery Gambit jacket from like one of like it's that one big pack that comes with like a scientist jacket and like
also clutch.
Yeah,
that. So if you don't get it, in box, chances are it's withered to bits and the leather's just flaking off all these years.
Yeah, it wouldn't look bad for a Spidey villain to have a weathered jacket.
Sure.
Trying to think, did I buy anything else? I don't think I did. I think that's all I ended up buying this week. It was a pretty slow. Well, it wasn't that it was slow. I just couldn't find anything that people were finding. Like I didn't find some of the waves that started hitting. So I just got the Doc Ocks and the Crash Bandicoot, which, like I said, anybody that was like considering the Crash, it's a good figure.
Some good options with that Crash when the next versions come out as well. Different.
Yeah, I like the size of the box that they give you. They give you like that box that he jumps on, and it's actually really sizable. So that's pretty good. It almost makes me want to buy another one so I could have more boxes.
But it's cardboard, right? You have to fold it together.
Yeah, it's a thick cardboard, so it's actually good quality, like good cardboard stock.
Worth noting that the next version is going to have a full solid cardboard coming in, or crate coming with it.
And it's going to be one with that like jetpack board, right?
Right.
Nice.
With like an open mouth expression or something.
Yeah, I'll be buying that.
I'm happy for guys like Seth Fowler, who really likes Crash, is going to have some solid figures.
That guy loves Crash.
I wish we could have gotten those like apples or like the Aku Aku, but it's not bad. I was pretty surprised. I honestly thought it was just going to be a hunk of plastic with posable arms, but the waist has really good movement, like I said, in the head too. Like he looks down and up better than most legends do. So it's kind of great.
Oh, does he really? Holy cow!
Yeah, he looks up really, really well. He looks down really well too. I was pretty shocked.
Blown
That's
away.
kind of a more modern look for Crash, isn't it?
Yeah, this is definitely the current like remastered look of Crash.
Right.
Yeah, the original is much more like almost Virtua Fighter-ish, polygon-y.
Right. I was just gonna say, I think with license restrictions, NECA pretty much has to make what's the most common image associated with the brand.
Interesting.
So it'd be the remaster of that, it'd be the new God of War, whatever. So I wonder if after they do this, they can go back and do some polygon style figures, kind of like those Virtua Fighter or whatever from Figma.
Oh man, I would love like a polygon looking Crash, and I really hope they make an articulated Spyro with this new remastered version coming out.
Oh, it's coming for sure.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, it's already confirmed.
Oh, really?
I don't want no Skylander, man.
Yeah, man, we need a non-Skylander Spyro.
Oh, it's
anything.
Coming. It's the only Spyro.
I guess I'll go.
Yeah, do it.
I don't know what I got. I haven't been on in like a couple of weeks. Or I know I missed out last week, unfortunately. I got a whole bunch of stuff though. I got an extra Kid Goku body, which was in vain because they just announced Kid Krillin.
I know. You know what's funny is that just the other day I was like, I need to step it up and buy one, and then buy that World Championship Krillin and get it together. And now that we found out that image really wasn't a shop, fantastic. We need more heads, but yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll get into that. Let's see. What else?
Look at us, and this is the professionally run show with Bugs not.
I think I just got a bunch of like extra SH figure art stuff. Honestly, like I got an extra Trunks body. I got an extra Kid Goku body. I got an extra Yamcha. That third party like Yamcha and Tien pack came in, so I went ahead and got that. So that's why I was getting all those extra bodies and stuff. So that was pretty cool. I got the second wave of those Dragon Ball Kid figures, which is pretty tight. And that's really it. I really can't think of what the hell I got. Oh my god. Oh no, that's
just so much. Who can remember?
Shut up. I did this. This will please you, Fabio. This one's for you.
Whoa.
I got the NECA Bill and Ted.
Oh, hello.
I know.
No way.
Excellent, dude.
I know. I'm pretty stoked. Now, they look like they're pretty big. Are they the same? Is that like a universal scale, or are those specifically bigger than everybody else?
Those are the Bigo style ones, so they're 8 inches tall. Yeah. There are some figures that you can probably take the clothes off them, and it might work with some of your other figures if you choose to go that route.
So that's a different style than like the Home Alones and stuff.
No,
like
Home Alone's the same style.
Oh, great, perfect. Because I think that's the only other. That's the only other only other figures from that line I have. I guess the soft goods with NECA stuff.
Right. They usually come in that like blister card with the the card back or whatever. But with Bill and Ted and a few others like Home Alone, they I guess do those box styles. I don't know why they make the difference. It's no sense.
I know I got a Mezco Miles. Finally, I got a Mezco Miles.
Well, Mezco boys.
So I'm pretty stoked about that. Kind of holding off on that Mezco symbiote suit, but I don't know. Darius says it's pretty okay, but this guy just loves toys. So
yeah.
No, that guy genuinely loves toys. So
yeah.
But that Miles though, that was kind of a sleeper. Like people were kind of hating on it back then, and now that Into the Spider-Verse is a thing,
yeah, it's going.
People are really backtracking to get that.
Yeah, like I got it when the eBay was having that sale, You could do 25. I think either 15 or 25%. It was 15% off your cart. So I picked that up. I picked
Right.
that and the Wild Stallions up that the same day.
I'll tell you what, I was gonna do this. I picked up all the NECA stuff on eBay, and I tried to use the 4th of July coupon. It was like Party in USA or something, and it didn't work. So I was like, "Fuck it, whatever. I'll put it through."
Little Miley Cyrus.
Next day is the other fucking coupon, and it worked for something else that I just remembered I bought
Oh,
from that store, and I was like, "Fuck, I should have just waited one more day."
you never know, man.
It makes you wonder if that company's having some troubles because they have those codes all the time.
Sure do.
eBay?
Yeah, like I don't know if Let Go or Facebook Marketplace or like other Mercari and Depop and stuff like that are taking business from them or something because they have these codes. They used to like never have these codes. These codes
Yeah,
would be
that's
like
very true.
these codes would be like once every 6 months, and now they're like every other week there's a code. And sometimes they're pretty deep codes, so it makes you wonder like, damn, are these people fucking up?
I don't think it's more. I don't think it's more of like they're hurting. It's just that they've noticed the shift in the market, and they're all like, "Yo, we got to get back to number one pretty quick."
Mm-hmm. People love coupons.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, like, yo, I never used to just buy like a bunch of stuff on eBay. I would like obviously go to like Amazon or some other third party market and do other stuff like that. But since eBay has been doing these codes, I'm just buying everything there.
Yeah, you just like, oh man, well fuck it, why not? It's 15% off.
Very true. And then the last thing I got was a WCF figure. I got the announcer, the Dragon Ball announcer. Been meaning to get him for a long time, and then finally this dude put him up for anything less than $50. So I bought him immediately.
Have you tried using Rakuten to buy these figures?
Oh shit.
Rakuten is like the fucking best when it comes to buying like World Championship figures and stuff like that. Um, like I just have a much better time finding those kind of figures on that website for a reasonable price.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever used Rakuten like to actually like pull the trigger and actually buy something. I've browsed it a lot, but I've never bought strictly from them. Interesting. I'll probably
Yeah,
have to look that up or
Uh,
try.
if you want, after this, I'll send you the link to a seller on Rakuten
Oh
that is
man.
that is really really good. He always has like incredible prices, and he always has everything. Like even right now, like he breaks everything up into sections of like what anime you like, what company you like. Like this guy is probably like one of the best sellers because even when you type in Rakuten and you type toy, it's the first store that comes up.
Oh shit. Yeah,
Like
let's
they're
do it.
really, really good. Yeah.
Free some palms. Send me
Yeah.
that
Oh, it's time to share some info.
info. And I think the last thing worth mentioning is I think Eric Dominguez hooked me up with the first wave of the new Dragon Star stuff. So I got Jiren, Kaba, and who's the last guy? Vegito. No,
Yeah,
did I get Vegito? No. He only sent me Jiren and Kaba, but then I got Vegeta myself somewhere else.
yeah.
That
Last week we spent a little time talking about those and how I was frustrated with them.
yeah, that Vegito was ass.
The Vegito is horrible.
It's awful, man. Like you
I
can't
gave
even
it
get
to
it to stand up.
Yeah, I had to give it to my brother. I was like, dude, I don't want this in my room. Like, hey, here you go.
Awful.
I went over to visit my dad and I was like, hey man, I have a toy for you. And he's like, oh man, Goku with blue hair. I was like, yeah, Goku with blue hair, man. He's young and he's like one of those type. He's so young that he's one of those type of things where he wants to watch what his older siblings watch. Like
Yeah.
he forces himself to watch Dragon Ball Z and in like English, and I don't like to watch it in English, but
You're just raising and believing these lies.
yeah, he was like, yeah,
Goku with blue hair. It's like when your parents tell you that's illegal to turn on the light in the car at night.
he was.
Don't question it when you're that young. He's gonna grow up thinking the wrong thing.
I gave it to him in the package, and he looked at the back of the package, and he was like very upset at the fact that that Kale was a girl, and that Kaba was a boy.
Aw, come on.
He was like, "That's a girl." I was like, "No, man, that's a boy. His name's Kaba." Yeah, that's a girl's name. I was like, "No, it's not, man." And he's like, "Well," and then I showed him the figure. I took it out of the box and I showed him that it was half completed, and he was like, "Oh my god, it has boobs." I was like, "Yeah, because it's a girlfriend."
Oh my god. Yeah,
That
that
was serious.
that Kaba is pretty bad too. I think like the only thing that keeps me from not buying these is just that we don't have these figures yet.
Yeah, we don't have anything else.
That Kaba is bad. It is so
I
bad.
mean, I kid you not, when I opened Kaba, I looked at his head sculpt and I was like, Irwin?
This is yeah. It has mad Irwin vibes, does it not? That's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, this feels like a fucking Irwin. Like, really, really badly feels like an Irwin.
And
Wait,
it's
And I
so Kaba's a boy.
Kaba is the boy. He has like a lean. He's a younger looking guy. I don't know if it's confirmed that he's probably way younger than those guys though. I don't know,
And
but he's like
Khalifa is the girl.
yeah,
All right, I'm catching up here.
yeah. So like
And Kale is
girl,
Kale's a girl.
okay.
lady.
She's the one that looks like Broly.
Gotcha.
Um, but yeah,
Khalifa's the Hillary Swank boys don't cry looking one.
sure. um, yeah. It just looked. I just couldn't believe. Like even the paint. He's so pale. Like I did a WCF head swap with him. Like I went. Luckily, well, it's something else I bought. I got the WCF Kaba figure. My local comic book shop, who literally never fucks with anime stuff, had one. And I'm like, what? He had like two. He had like a Dragon Ball WCF and a One Piece WCF. He's like, yeah, some guy traded these in. So, you want them? I was like, sure, yeah, why not?
Wow.
But then like, it's too small because the Dragon Stars Kaba is like way out of scale. He's too tall. So
Yeah,
like,
he's really, really big. He's almost as tall as Jiren.
yeah, it's crazy, and he's the same height as Vegeta. So by proxy, this smaller WCF is not going to fit. But like a regular, so I have a Gohan head on him right now, but the paint is so drastically different. His pigment is so drastically different. I can't like fudge it. Like at least with the Krillin on the Kid Goku SH Figure Arts body, you can kind of fudge like the skin tone difference in that. But like this Gohan head on this Kaba body is like literally black and white. It's nuts.
Yeah, it's just from the paleness to that terrible head sculpt, it feels like an Irwin.
It's awful. But the Jiren was good.
Yeah, the Jiren wasn't bad.
Not bad at all. I mean, like,
I really wish it had an ab crunch.
yeah.
But you know, I already know what to expect.
I think this Jiren is like the first time that we've seen in that line where we really, really want an ab crunch. Like, it's just so apparent because the way his suit is sculpted, you just see that swivel cut and that's it. And then you're like, fuck, dude.
Jesus.
It sucks. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I guess we'll just roll right into this Mezco Punisher, the Womp Womp.
I asked the chat what they picked up this week. A few of them got the SS4 Vegeta model kit.
Hell yeah.
That was from Master UI Goku. He also got the Grievous.
Whoa.
Thunder Crow got TMNT. That Shao Kahn. Saw that Shao Kahn hit.
Oh man, nothing looks so impressive. I wish I was collecting that line just so I could have it.
I have that in my pile of loot. I just haven't shipped it yet.
I like what Dallas did with it. I mean, that's big boy money what he's doing. But it was.
What do you do?
He didn't buy it for Mortal Kombat at all. He bought it just to head swap it and make him a big AI ninja grunt.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's massive.
Dallas is a madman.
He gave him like a really big hammer, and he gave him that devil's mask.
Dude, sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, Dallas! Like,
I think he gave him the Mezco Wolverine mask, right?
Was it?
I believe so. The devil mask.
Yeah, that's very likely. I'll believe it. It's so impressive.
You want to talk about big boy money? Yeah.
I see it.
Believe it.
Oh, and he put cloth pants on the fucker.
That's it. It's the cloth pants. That's the nail in the coffin.
Just to put it in the stratosphere.
Right now, so look at it. He's like a bruiser. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
So impressive.
Yeah, that's the Wolverine Ogun mask. I'm gonna screen share that for for our lovely viewers here.
Hell yeah.
Wow,
That's what
what a
I'm talking.
nice guy, Fabio.
Can I screen share?
You can.
Did they move the button or something?
Oh, I don't know.
Let me see. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
there we go,
right
there we
here to the top
Oh,
right.
right. Yeah, they did move the button.
They keep making these adjustments, man. It's throwing the world off.
Why can't technology just not progress?
There we go. I made sure to leave it with his Instagram tag on it so they know it's real.
So I
Right.
know it's real.
Just like his name says, the real Dallas James.
And if you look on the right, he also did that with the Bombshells katana. He made her part of the AI line.
Yeah, I sent the second picture where it shows them all together, and it's just like so impressive. Just look at it like shit. Like I wish I could do something like this because it's really, really cool.
Right. So that Shao Kahn hit. What else did Thunder Crow also got the X-Men wave? We're gonna get to that. Don't you worry about that. Michael the Collector picked up the Nightmare on Elm Street Ultimate Freddy. There was a re-release of the original movie version of that, so it was cool. Pretty much it. What else did people get? Car Masterpiece Barricade. Any TF fans in here?
Rick,
Oh,
that's
wow.
all you.
Yeah, Takara Masterpiece Barricade. He's a really nice figure.
Nice, nice.
It would be at Toys R Us's right now if they weren't dead. R.I.P.
Ooh.
Ed F picked up that. Ryan Carter got the X23 in stores. It's nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Fruitful week for everybody in the chat, it seems like.
That's what I'm talking about.
Cool.
Positive vibes.
All right, moving on then, right?
Yeah. Mezco. You're the only one
Boom,
got
ready.
one, right?
Look at that.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Ready, willing, and Gable.
So just out of left field, Wednesday morning comes, at least Wednesday morning for me, and they dropped this bombshell on us. We knew that there was another exclusive coming. They've been revealing exclusive the past, 3 Wednesdays or whatever. And we just had no indication that this figure even existed. At least with Batman Beyond, we'd seen it at shows, and the implication was that it was going to be at retail. We saw it at retail shows. The surprise from that came that it was exclusive. This is just flat out surprise. No idea there was another Punisher coming. No idea it was going to be classic-esque, but this is the Special Ops Punisher.
Yeah, because literally 2 days before this dropped, I had to get a new card, so I literally had no way of buying it.
Oh, my God.
My PayPal had no money in it, and so and I didn't have a card to use to charge it for, and I was just like, well, fuck me, and I was just screwed. There was no way for me to get it.
Oh, no. Look what Mezco's doing to Rick. He's taking out credit cards. He's maxing out.
Shit.
Let me apply for this TJ Maxx card, and let's see what happens.
Might as well just go to Bank of America for a home loan. So the big thing with this one is this new mask. Well, it's a new textured bodysuit. It's got the hands and boots in white, styled like the classic.
Like the
what
Batman.
we've seen before. What's that?
It's kind of reminiscent of that Batman suit texture.
A little bit, yeah. It looks more like a. Kind of reminds me of the Superman suit, actually.
It looks like a performance Kevlar.
Right. It looks like like a mesh of some kind. So unlike the classic Punisher, which was more cloth, this one is more of like a microfiber looking thing with this brand new mask, which I can see people already casting to make a Crossbones. And a shit ton of accessories, more importantly. Here we go with their photoshopped imagery. Let's see if we can get to the solicitation page here. There we go. We got a minigun rifle with 2 clips and 6 grenades. We got the submachine gun, handgun with removable clips. I think that submachine gun's got a silencer too. Dang.
Oh shit.
8 interchangeable hands, rocket launcher, 4 hand grenades and a knife, the stand we all know and love, duffel bag that came with the PX Punisher, and 2 muzzle blast effects.
Crazy.
I think this muzzle blast effect was originally from the Netflix Punisher, same with the minigun. So, yeah, there you go.
It's a lot of accessories, man.
That is $85 worth right there, for sure.
For sure. No question. No question about it.
But that's if you were lucky enough to get it.
Yeah, the debacle. Let's talk about that.
Right. So, everybody... I was actually late, to be honest. I think it went up just shortly before 10 a.m. my time. I was up at, around that time, but I completely forgot, and I was online by about 10:15. and I managed to lock mine in. But the problem was their site was just overloaded with traffic, clearly, and it could not handle the load. It was timing out for people. It was going to an error page. It was locking people out of their shopping carts, and almost like how with the NECA Turtles, it was taking the inventory out of the shopping cart after you already like are in the checkout process. So it's unusual because I have never had this problem personally with any of the other times ordering their exclusives, even other desirable ones like the whatever other Punisher and Joker and stuff like that. But yeah, this time the site completely shit itself, and I think it had sold out within an hour, maybe 45 minutes. And part of the problem is that it's limits 6 pieces per person, which a lot of people argue feeds the scalper market.
For sure.
Were any of you guys able to get it, or were you
Yeah.
experiencing these problems with the site as well?
So, I'll go ahead. So, I mean, let's see. I'm getting a little bit of echo, I think.
My bad. Let me mute.
Okay. Yeah. So, I am lucky because forgive me, I don't give a shit about Punisher. But I went on the website just to see, like, if I could like try and get one, because I do like the design. I love the design. I like Mezco. Admittedly, I'm like big Mezco guy, big Mezco head. And I don't have a Punisher yet, and I really like the design. I like the mask, like you said. The mask looks crazy. And I wanted to try and get one maybe, but then like I was experiencing all those problems and issues, it didn't really bug me. I was like, oh, okay, I guess it's I thought for sure, like I thought it was just me at the very beginning, because I was at work. I wasn't like plugged in like to Facebook or whatever. I didn't have my ear on the ground for any of this stuff. I just saw that somebody posted like Mezco Punishers up on like my Facebook feed, and I was like, all right, I'll try it out. And then I was on my work's Wi-Fi, and it's usually pretty spotty, so I couldn't get through. And I'm like, okay, well, whatever, doesn't matter. And then an hour later, I check my phone, and like I don't know if anybody else is experiencing this, but like my Facebook app will update me on shit that doesn't even like apply to me at all. So like when someone
all
posts,
the time, dude, I fucking hate it.
Crazy, right? It's stupid. Like, so I have like actually 40 or 50 notifications on my Facebook app, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, I thought I was in trouble. I thought I was in trouble.
Where are you to explain this?
Yeah. So I get on, and it's literally a flood of people on PNP and Facebook like like groaning about this Mezco Punisher. It sucked. My heart goes out to everybody who wanted one and just couldn't get one. It sucks. It really sucks, man.
But you were able to get yours, right?
No, I didn't. So like, like the site was bugging out for me, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I'm just like, I'm not even a casual Punisher fan. I just liked the way I liked the way the mask looked, and I liked the aesthetics of the figure, but that didn't like encourage me enough to like, let me sit on this website and just try forever. But I didn't get one, no.
The best part is that even if you didn't want it, you could always sell it later to get an even more desirable one that you did actually want.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. But
oh yeah, the aftermarket on this is already ridiculous. Rick, did you try to score this?
No, like I said, I didn't have a card to, but I was just doing it for shits and giggles, just like, I don't know, I fucking like to torture myself basically, and I was just sitting there like, well, if I did have my card, could I? And the answer was no. If I did have my card, it wouldn't have mattered. And not just that, but I knew about this really early on. Like, I think that's what ended up being the problem. I know that everybody that bought it early didn't really have an issue. But so I knew really early. I knew within 20 minutes of the drop, and it took a while to sell out because the site was so buggy. So I was like, man, if I knew within 20 minutes of the drop that it was out, I tried to torture myself by seeing if I could check out, and I couldn't. I was like, man, well, so people are gonna have a lot of problems if it was me, and I knew it early. So.
See, yeah, so I was a little late, and I hopped on, and minutes after I had locked down my order, I messaged somebody to be like, hey, did you see this is up? He went up and it was already sold out. So I lucked out and was able to get it, but I was fighting with the sites for like 15 minutes, dude.
Oh,
And
wow.
I have LAN, my computer is wired to my router, and I haven't experienced this problem before, so I was like, all right, it must be like my internet. So I tried to log on my phone as well, first on my Wi-Fi and then to just like LTE or whatever, and nothing. Um,
Yeah, wow. Being
Definitely a problem with the site. And to be honest, I'm such a Mezco fanboy, dude. I only saw, I think, this picture right here, where I could only see his hands and the classic skull, and I was like, oh shit, classic Punisher re-release. I didn't even look at any of the images before immediately going to the page to order everything. I didn't look at any of these here that we're looking at now.
I always forget you're such a big Mezco head.
Fuck, dude, I'm so balls deep into it. Help me.
I'm right there with you, man.
it was funny.
They got me.
We were on PNP, or I was on PNP, and I felt so bad because I'd gone on PNP. I knew that it was already up because I got the email, and so I just directly clicked the link on the email, and I looked on PNP, and everybody was sharing the pictures like, oh my god, like putting heart faces. I'm in love, man. This thing is so sick, man. And then the most typical person to post something, Jose Martinez, is like, when's this go up? And I was like, guys, it's up right now. And and the post went completely silent. And then like a few minutes later, fuck you, Mezco. And I was like, oh
classic.
my god. These poor sons of bitches were over here like oogling over the figure and didn't know it was literally up and they were gonna get fucked by the website. I cannot believe that they allow 6 of each. That's ridiculous.
I know. Even I was gonna compare this to NECA again because again I've never had problem even with like a lot of these highly desirable exclusives from other companies. I was 7 clicks away from checking out my Ninja Turtle set on top of the other stuff that came with that order. But this I was just fighting forever, man. I'm glad I was able to get mine in because the after. I mean, like I said, it's worth $85 for sure. All the stuff you get, definitely worth $85. It's not worth the 300 it's already going for. Not even close.
Especially because as somebody who's been to Comic-Con before, I'm sure you know, Fabio, that Mezco is like one of the easiest booths to buy from.
Oh yeah.
It's really, really easy. So it makes it all the more frustrating.
Well, things are changing. Back when the Mezco hype wasn't as high as it is now, it was definitely that easy. With something like this, when I went, it was the classic Cap and Armored Batman. I was able to get them both really easily. Now, I don't know. This Punisher might be gone day one.
You don't think they'd split it up all 3 days?
I think it was New York Comic-Con, whenever they had the Tiger Stripe Wolverine, they said they were going to allot a certain amount per day of the con itself, and I think they still sold out on day one.
Let's see that money rolling in.
I know.
Fuck it, we're getting drinks tonight.
I want to ask the chat, too, if anyone was able to get this thing. A couple of people said that they got the classic version, so they're fine with it. And that's mainly the reason I wanted this one is because I missed out on the classic one. And that one is also going for stupid money.
The Legends Classic Punisher is going for stupid money?
No, the Mezco Classic Punisher.
Oh, I'm like, wait, hold on. Those things are peg warming in South Carolina.
Yeah, you know what made it sting the most for me was that, God, I always catch flack when I tell the story, but I had a Mezco Punisher, the PX version on pre-order at Amazon, and Amazon sent me a message like, your item is in stock, and on my Amazon at the time, it's like this figure's going to torture me. At that time, again, I didn't have a card.
Jesus Christ!
but I got it in that same day, and I looked at how much the Mezco Punisher PX was, and I was like, dude, do I really want to spend $100 on a figure? Even though I have the new card, I was like, fuck it, I'm not going to update this. Cancel the order. And like a fucking idiot, literally, like the next week, that thing was already like at $300, and I was like, no, what? No. And I do put it this way, I was so desperate, I even called Amazon. I was like, well, what did you guys do with the canceled order?
Get me Mr. Amazon on the phone right now.
I was like, I know you guys still haven't put up the canceled orders. Just give me that. I just had one. And then they were like, no, we don't have any canceled orders going up. And I was like, Jesus Christ, give me a fucking canceled order.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm just
What a
an idiot.
story, Mark.
I'm just an idiot. Ended up in a hospital down on Guerrero Street.
We probably had this discussion even when the Tiger Stripe went up. Is this like system of pre-ordering and the exclusives that they choose for exclusives? Is this feeding the scalper market? Like, is 6 per person fair? Is like, what can they do to really like combat this? Can they just not make as desirable of figures? Like, what can they really do, honestly?
I mean,
Um,
I was arguing with, I think it was that guy Jezreel on PNP, and I told him it has to be that they just want this hype, because the smart thing to do, and what most people don't know, is that companies like Good Smile, and like Max Factory, the people that make like Nendoroids and Figmas, and even Takara Tomy, the people that make the Transformers first before Hasbro gets it. What they do and people don't realize is that when they put pre-orders on Amazon, they're open orders.
yeah.
So they don't sell out, and they just make what the orders come in from the site.
Mm.
So I thought to myself, I was like, man, why don't they just do that for this Mezco Punisher? Like, why don't you do open orders? Like, you take no risk because you always put a non-refundable deposit notice. So imagine you're already getting the cost of labor and production by leaving it open order. So I just have to assume that they just love the hype. They love feeding that idea that there's something exclusive, because these choices don't really make sense for the exclusive, like that Tiger Stripe and this Punisher. Like, it's blatant, you know.
No, I think that if they were smart, like I understand the business model of what they're doing right now. Nintendo did the exact same thing with the Wii. Like you put out a small shipment of something desirable, and then everything sells out, and then for the rest of the foreseeable future, your company is synonymous with, oh, if you ever see this, you have to buy it right away because everybody is gonna buy it. You'll never get a chance ever again. And if they were smart, I think that it's a necessary evil, but I think for a growing company in terms of like, because like 2 years ago, Mezco wasn't on everybody's mind like it is now. So they're relatively still a new company in terms of this line. I mean, they've been doing like undead dolls and stuff like that for like forever, and they've been doing like figures forever. But like for a growing company and a growing line, especially like 112 Collective, building hype is necessary. And if this is the route they want to go, yeah, it sucks. But if they were smart, they would do this. Preferably, this would be the last time, but then they'd switch to an open order, business plan, because the hype is there now. Like people now know that Mezco is a company that when you see their products go up online, you have to buy it, because otherwise you might not get it. So that's generally the mindset that they want to deliver to their customers, to just build up this quote unquote false sense of exclusivity, and then now they can go ahead and just switch to that open order business model. But I mean,
Yeah. And the best part is that you can control still. Like, you can leave an open order and then look to the guy next to you and be like, fuck, the orders are coming in really slow now, turn it off.
yeah, of
And then
course, and then open up a second one like a couple of days
yeah,
later.
and it still seems like it's sold out, and people are like, fuck, man, I thought I had this much time because it was up for like a day. Shit. And then, like you said, you open up another one later, and then you build that way.
Yeah, that's exactly what SH Arts did with Gotenks. Like
Yeah.
it sold out literally within like an hour on AmiAmi, and then the next day they just put up a second wave, and then that sold out super fast too. And now everybody's bugging out about getting an SH Arts Gotenks when you know that, like, I mean, he won't be as scarce as a rose, like a Goku rose, but like, they want that stupid Mezco hype cycle. But like that's basically what it's gonna be like, honestly.
Yeah, like you said, ideally, this is the last time you do something like this.
Yeah.
I don't think it will be for them, but ideally, this would be like where you pull the plug on doing things like that.
Yeah, because the general consensus is you only take you only take the steps for this necessary evil to get your brand out there, to make your brand synonymous with, like just a hype beast brand. Like, it's up, I want it now, everybody should buy it now, and now that's in everybody's head. So like you said, they should just stop now, but they won't. They
No, you're 100% right, dude. I'm 100% a hype beast for Mezco more
for
than
sure.
any other brand, because exactly what you said. If you don't get it right when it drops, you're gonna live with that regret. You're never gonna get it for that price ever again. Just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it is with Dragon Ball like exclusive, like web shop exclusive Dragon Ball SHFs. Even web shop exclusives, period. Now it's synonymous. Now, maybe not 5 years ago for people who are interested in imports. 5 years ago, people were like, "Oh, I don't care. I don't give a shit what a web shop exclusive is. I'll just get it later." But then
Right.
now they know, like, "Oh shit, it's a web shop exclusive. I got to get it now.
That's
Otherwise, I
the
don't want to."
The last time I made that mistake with Mezco was the Batman Day exclusive from last year. I wanted that black Batman, and I hovered around that buy button for days. It was up for a while. They had that pre-order open for a while, and when I finally decided I was going to pull the trigger, it was gone.
Yeah.
that's like the first thing now everybody says when they see a new Tamashi figure is like, is this a web shop?
Exactly.
The first thing nobody would care before. Now it's the first thing people say it. And you know what? People do the same thing with Mezco. Is this an exclusive?
Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
First thing people say, is this exclusive?
Right. I don't even hesitate with the exclusives anymore. Like the purple Catwoman, not my favorite look. They could have done the purple a little bit better. It's not technically like the modern head look that should go with kind of that classic purple color, but it's got that gold sticker on it.
Yeah, and you never know. You didn't end up liking it. You bought it for the idea that this thing is an exclusive, and who knows, 2 years from now, people could be asking dumb money for it.
Right.
Yes. And even if you're not gonna like scalp it, it's great trade bait for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it does have to be about Mezco, the brand, really wanting to hype or build the hype around this brand because, like you said, it is new. Because honestly, from talking to Pierre, he's a very genuine guy.
Yeah, same. I got the same vibe as well when I
Right, and his exact quote, if I remember correctly, was, we Mezco, the company, don't make money off people reselling it for super expensive.
Exactly.
So there's really financially no reason for this to be the case, but it has to be about that brand awareness, that hype. I foreseeably, I could see them lowering the pre-order numbers to 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, I think that would definitely help.
Right now is because on average, all of their figures come in a case of 6. So for them, it's easy to just send a person who orders 6 an entire case and not have to like break it apart.
Yeah, would you think that they're doing like the 6 on the off chance that they're thinking like comic book shops are ordering through that same
Perhaps
format?
Yeah. That's also true.
But I think like so at my local comic book shop, like they just do all their like for the stuff through Diamond, like they have I think Diamond has a separate like listing for stuff specifically for comic book shops.
Mm-hmm.
Like
PX is all the PX exclusives, for example, are all on display at the PX booth instead of the Mezco booth. It's kind of like its own thing.
Yeah.
But my comic shop is pretty consistent with getting all the PX stuff. But the guy that I had messaged to, after I'd ordered mine to ask if he was going to get his for the shop, it was already sold out. But I don't think that was even on his mind, was really getting them for the shop rather than for himself.
Yeah, for sure. I think, like you said, if they like cut down the limit to something smaller and more manageable, they and maybe invested in some more bandwidth for their website.
That's where that money's going next.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, yeah, man. I couldn't believe that the Mezco website was down. I was like, as long as I've been visiting this website, it's never had any hiccups with traffic. But I
think things would sell out, but they would never stutter like that.
Yeah,
right,
I think
for sure.
It's the hype between the last Punisher being so desirable and sought after. I think as soon as people saw that there's another Punisher coming out, he comes with really great accessories just as much. Or
it doesn't even matter what he comes with. The fact that you said another Mezco Punisher, that's it.
That's it.
Stops there.
So like everybody is like on it.
Crazy. Right. if let's get into the questions, as we got some relevant ones here real quick. Xander Dumas did this in all caps, so he really wants this answer.
Yeah.
Does Mezco actually release these figures? Wonder Woman was supposed to be released last month, but nope. Popeye's in limbo. Do they really release figures?
To answer your question like you asked it.
Yes.
They do, like, but Mezco is synonymous with being a little late with shit.
For sure. It's very much like Glenn Webb used to say that it's nothing for a long time. It's like waiting for a bus. It's nothing for a long time, and then all of a sudden 2 or 3 come at once. But yeah, I mean, just last month I think we got hit with the 2 versions of Ascending Knight,
Yep.
deluxe Joker, symbiote Spidey. Old Man Logan wasn't too far before that. Like they're
coming out.
Yeah, the pre-order does stay open for a while, or you are waiting for a while.
Yeah, it's like it's like they miss their windows a lot, but but they'll still come out. Just like you said, like 2 or 3 came out last month. Like if they were like as bad as it's made out to be online, with Mezco figures never come out, then they would literally never come out. But 3 came out last month, and the month prior to that 3 came out. So they're just bad late.
The sad reality is figures get delayed all the time from every
time, man. Yeah, don't even get me started on Figma shit. So
NECA's experiencing a lot of delays right now because factory and stuff. And Pennywise was delayed a little bit. Like everything gets delayed. It doesn't matter. You just gotta be patient and hope you don't move after you've already got your shipping address locked in.
Oh boy, the worst. I get all my shit sent to work now. All I have to worry about is getting fired.
All right. If we don't have any more Mezco Punisher questions, we can move on to Dragon Ball SHF, which I'm afraid is all you boys. I'm out of my depth.
It's all good. We'll figure it out. So I'll screen share this one. So for those of you who aren't in the loop, Dragon Ball SHF Krillin was just announced, teased just the other day. But lo and behold, he's actually out. Not out, but he's like he was shown indefinitely. And something funny that happened in PMP is like, so the original picture that came out was like a very small, tight cropped picture of a Kid Goku body holding a Kid Goku's like tail, like incapacitating him. And somebody, I think his name is Sugantu Chi or something. I'm friends with him on Facebook. So that's so what happened was somebody took a picture of 2 Kid Goku bodies, and on one of the Kid Goku bodies they put like a Woody head on it, and then like it was like, LOL, check out this joke. And then somebody posted it in PNP, and people are like, oh shit, well never mind, it's false alarm, the whole image was fake or whatever. But since I'm friends with that dude, I was like, no, it's not fake, because I saw this guy post it. And some of the things of the picture were a little bit off, like the pose didn't match and some other shit didn't match. So I was a believer. I was a true believer. And
that family.
I believed it. So here we go. Kid Krillin in the mix. Rick, what are your thoughts?
First thing that came to mind was, for the love of God, let there be more head sculpts. He's just such an expressive little character that having only 3 sounds like torture.
Yeah.
Like he needs so many more. He needs that. What the fuck are you talking about, Goku? Look.
Yep.
He needs so many more.
He really does. He's got like a little bit of a Charlie Brown vibe.
Yeah, right? He's looking real Charles Schultz right now.
Yeah, for sure. Guy's rolling over in his grave. This guy doesn't want.
Like, whoa! I never said Krillin could be Charlie.
Yeah, I mean, for what it's worth, I mean, obviously I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy every fucking Dragon Ball SHF that comes out. Doesn't matter. But I think this one looks really good. I will say that the only thing I don't like is I mean, the scale. I think now it's becoming very apparent that it's never been. I don't think it's ever been officially stated, but now with these three figures all side by side, it's very apparent now that these guys are there in their own scale. They don't scale with the regular legacy, not legacy, but the regular Dragon Ball SH figure arts line. And that's like painfully obvious now
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is.
because
And
Roshi is
I'm
humongous.
assuming Bulma's going to be the same.
Yeah, which is upsetting. Like I really don't want Bowman to be like crazy out of scale. That sucks.
Yeah, it's either not going to be in scale with the boys and Roshi, or it's not going to be in scale with the regular figure. So like, there's no winning. You know, it's not going to be in scale with somebody, and it's fucked.
Yeah, I mean, so here's the thing. Like when Boma comes out, like at least I it doesn't bug me as much if she was scaled with the Dragon Ball line versus the Dragon Ball Z line because she is in Dragon Ball she's in Dragon Ball specific clothes. I mean, even though she never appeared that way in the anime, like that her outfit is very synonymous with Dragon Ball.
Yeah, that's a volume cover
Yeah.
there.
So like I would never be interested in displaying her with Dragon Ball Z SH figure arts at all. So I mean like it doesn't really bug me in the slightest, or it doesn't bug me in that sense, but you know, ultimately I wish that these would be in scale. And you know, honestly, I think that the only thing that they really had to do was make the head sculpts smaller. If they just match the head sculpts with Dragon Ball SH, like the regular Dragon Ball Z line, it would be pretty in scale. So I did the WCF head swap with my kid Goku with the Dragon Ball minus volume like Kid Goku where he's already in like his Saiyan armor and stuff when he first arrives on Earth. And that looks so well and it's so properly scaled with with Dragon Ball SH figure arts. It's crazy. And I think it's just a head sculpt that really makes all the difference with these guys.
Yeah, I mean, no question. I see people complain that they should be chubbier, so I do understand that. But the head sculpt is really the issue we have here.
Yeah, and they're using the head sculpt in lieu of them not being chubbier. So by making the head sculpts bigger, it makes you like think that oh their heads are super huge so their bodies are little. So scale aside, your mind is like oh these bodies are like mad tiny. That's kind of closer to the original art, but that whole line of thinking, that whole line of thought is obliterated as soon as you pose it next to a regular SH figure arts.
Yeah, and you know it's like I mean I said it once and then I got into an argument with someone, but like both it doesn't help that not only are they badly sized, but I think the expressions, the faces, well not the expression, the faces themselves on both Goku and on Krillin don't really look like right. Like there's something off, especially that I'm about to charge up and fight Goku face. Like that really
I'm
like
with you.
yeah, they look like they're from that universe, but they don't look like them.
That they don't look like Akira Toriyama's art style at all. Like the closest it comes is like in very late Dragon Ball Z where like Goku or somebody will have a flashback to Dragon Ball and they redraw that flashback instead of just pulling old footage and it's redrawn in that style and like they're a little bit leaner and stuff like that. That's the closest it'll look, but it's still not there.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So when these world collectible figures, when people use them to head swap, I'm like, damn man, these fucking figures look more like them with that head sculpt than the ones that we were given, not just size wise, but just look wise. Like it doesn't look like Akira Toriyama's like softer look. Like these designs are much more sharp, and you can tell because they don't look like they originally do. Not like I'm not appreciative. I love the figures, but you know they're not perfect.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking solely as critiquing these figures, then there's definitely more to be desired. Are they great figures? Of course. The Kid Goku is literally my favorite Dragon Ball SH figure in the entire line. It's it's such a fun figure. So I don't know. They also showed the what do you call it? They
How,
showed Vegeto's recolor for San Diego Comic Con,
yeah.
and that looks really good. Let me see if I can try and find that. Let's see. Did you see it, Rick?
Yeah, I'd seen it around.
What do you think of it?
I thought it looks good. I like that it's not a necessary buy. I like it when these exclusives aren't something that I'm going to be mad that I couldn't obtain. Like,
Yeah,
okay, not a big deal that if I miss it, kind of thing.
I'm with you for sure. Hello.